Hello everybody, welcome back to Banjo Kazooie. Picking up where we left off. Like I said, we're heading into Gobi's Valley. I forgot to look up which skill you unlock in Freeze Easy Peak. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that it's your attack. Oh fuck. Okay, well obviously I didn't mean to to do that. This is also the first level where they have these here. These are bees that will attack you if you get too close to the hive. You can gold feather your way through it, but unless you're desperate for some health, I wouldn't really worry about it. It's definitely not necessary. Oh yeah, they also have those hands there, which once again, I'm pretty sure you can gold feather through them, but I don't think that you can kill them. Okay. There should be some waiting boots. So this level has a bunch of different indoor areas, and my recommendation is when you're playing it to... okay, so the boots are down there. You have a flight pad here, which is always good, obviously. Is when you're going through the area, like, oh fuck, is when you unlock an area, and I think I'm gonna, I could have swore that I was gonna immediately take damage from the sand fields again, but I guess not. Whenever you open a door, immediately go into it, clear everything out of it. Don't try, like, I know that in some games that it's better to, like, go around, open everything up, and then worry about going inside and dealing with everything. I don't recommend it for this one, just because that way you'll know, like, while you're flying around or running around, you'll be able to tell, like, if the door is open, it's like, okay, I know I'm done in that area then. And it just makes things significantly easier if you do it that way. What the hell is that? RP or something, I guess? And hop down here. Camera angle right, grab this. There's no Mumbo transformation in this level either, I don't think. Ah. Hey, that tickled. Did it now. Oh, hang on, I'll get it in there eventually. Damn it, come on. It's really hard to aim these. There we go. Cleared his sinuses by putting more crap in it. Oof. I actually thought they were faster than Banjo. He looked like he was catching up though, so maybe he would have. Yeah, that was... okay. I think there's an enemy in here as well. There it is. Okay. It's fine. I'm pretty sure that he's slower than Kazooie. Most things are. There's very little in this game that you can't run with. You know, you might be able to defeat him. Like, if you wait for him to do the slam attack and then, like, ground pound his head or something, maybe, or ground his head. I guess the back of his hand would be more accurate. Whoop. Oh, no, that's not the right one. Oh, you can't go through these. Okay. Oh well. Oh, that it matters. Alright. So just like outside, and the reason why they gave you the all the eggs in here is because they are the magic carpets. Yeah, did I? Ah, damn it. It's honestly a little hard. Oh, whoops. It is honestly a little hard to get the Jinjo and back across. I didn't manage it last time I did it either. But it is nice that they do let it lower. And up. And cross. This is actually like kind of like a little weird. Oh no. I tried to change my camera angle. It same button as that. It is a little weird because like most of the jiggies, like I said in the last one, there's like a challenge. You do the challenge, you're done. This one here is weird because like you do the challenge to open the door and unlock the challenge that then gives you the jiggy. Oof, I actually barely made it to that one. But yeah, now we're clear out of here. There isn't very much in this building. There is honestly the worst building that there is. Probably has like the least amount in it. Like it doesn't have any. Oh god, camera. Like I don't think it has any notes in it. At least I hope not, because I remember it being super fucking annoying. But there's an actual maze in this level. There's also this flying carpet that nicely just rolls around and will take us up, I do believe, where we need to go. You can also fly, obviously. Any level where there's flying or where there's flight pads is generally pretty freaking easy. Oh, he's not up here yet. Okay. I guess we have to find him somewhere else first. What is this? Oh, this is the, I forgot this was in here. Yay, we got another stop and swap. That's a fun build up of that. Yeah. Yeah, see, that right there was added for the arcade version. It's like, I hope this isn't just a cruel joke and we can actually use them this time. Because in the original Banjo-Kazooie, you could unlock the stop and swap eggs. But they were way ahead of their time and way too ambitious with it. Because like the whole point of them was supposed to be that like you would get them in Banjo-Kazooie and then you would stop and you'd swap to Banjo-Tooie to unlock the stuff from them. But obviously the 64 doesn't really work that way. Thank you. Or the 64, yeah, like never, like didn't really work like that. So you couldn't use them, and I think the only way you could unlock them was, I want to say, by using cheat codes. If you used specific cheat codes in the Treasure Trove Cove, I think you could unlock the stop and swap things. Oh, there he is. But then you couldn't use them. Like, they wouldn't show up in Banjo-Tooie. Now, they did have replacements for them in Banjo-Tooie. So technically they didn't show up in Banjo-Tooie. Like, the ones that you specifically collected may not have. Oh, wait. Does it? Oh, no, it does start there. Oh, God. Oh, you know what? I'll hit this one here. But there is ways to get them in or there was ways to unlock things in Banjo-Tooie. Now, there's way more stop and swap eggs than they replaced in Banjo-Tooie. And like the extra ones do stuff in nuts and bolts. So here we go. So this is Gobi. This is his valley, apparently. Why, I don't know. But, hey, whatever. It's his valley. Do whatever the fuck he wants with it. What the hell does this thing show back? Oh, it does just show back up there. Okay. It's very weird that they bothered to do that. I mean, like, they make it disappear and reappear in the same location. And it's just like, why bother? And it's just like, why bother, you know? Can't go in that way, though, right? Like, why bother making it disappear at all if you're just going to have it reappear in the exact same location? And, like, it's not like you have to really time your jump. Like, as soon as it starts appearing. Oh, nice. I got a head start. As you saw there, the timer starts after, like, as soon as you hit it. Now, these guys here, I do believe that that's the only way to actually kill them. I don't think that you can kill them by hitting them. And I think this might also be a team line. Yeah. So this here is memory. Okay, so, oh wow, alright, already, cool. Banjo's there. Now, I honestly think that this here might be set where, like, if you looked it up, you could nail this one go. Like, I don't think, because there's some games, obviously, where, like, they'll like, if they have a game like this, and they'll randomize it for each save file. I don't think that that's the case for that, and the only reason I think that is purely because Banjo was in Kazooie's face, because I remember that being the case. Obviously, it's not very hard, just like any of these memory games. I mean, it's as hard as a memory game can be. I mean, obviously, if you don't remember where something is, it's obviously going to make it harder. But for the most part, you have plenty of time. Plenty of time. Yep. I actually have a feeling that we're going to be that this video is actually going to be quite a bit shorter than some of the other Banjo ones, because like this level isn't particularly hard. There's basically one hard part in the entire level, I would say, and as long as we don't get stuck on it, we should be good. And it's not even necessarily that like that part is hard. It's just that it's fairly easy to fuck up. So yeah, this one you actually need to give 3 eggs into it. And then it starts building this pyramid in the middle. And now I can't remember if it's the pyramid that it's building that's hard. Or if it's that, because I think we only have one other pyramid to unlock, or that we haven't been in yet. Oh god. And I can't remember if it's that one that's hard, or the one that this is. Because whichever one has the maze in it, like I said, it's not necessarily that the maze is hard. Like, it's a maze, obviously it's as hard as any other maze. It's just that if you fail in the maze, you die. And then you have to come back into the level, and because this game was for the 64, and early, I do believe, in the 64, the issue is, I think that you then have to go through, well, maybe not. I don't remember if you have to unlock it again or not. If you do have to unlock it again, I don't think it's this one in the middle. I think it's that one with the star on it. Then. Because I don't remember actually having to re-unlock it. But either way, you have to come back in, go back into the pyramid, and do it all over again. And it's just super annoying because like the reset time on it is kind of harsh. Like, it's another one of those challenges where it's not that it's hard, it's just that it's fairly easy just to like fuck up that little bit, you know? King Sandy Butts to turn back or face his right. Yeah, so this is the maze, unfortunately. Now, like I said, I'm reasonably certain that there isn't any notes or anything to collect in here. I don't think. There might be, and if there is, we're not going to be getting them on this run through it. We will have to come back and do it after. Because I just want to make it to the end. Oh, not that way. Okay, well I see that there's notes there, but that doesn't count, because that's the exit. Now I think that I saw, yes, okay. Ah, fuck. No, the bear survived. Okay. Alright, so we can restart the timer as long as we remember that, but I see that the witch switch is in here. But I should be able to easily get there from here and not worry about it, and I'll have, obviously, lots of time. Yeah, so there's our outside of the world Jiggy, which is another reason why this video won't take very long, because we won't have very much to run around outside the world for. You know what? Fuck. There we go. I was gonna let go of it and just gold feather him just to get rid of him. But man, okay, so I'm gonna assume that that's the only thing in there. I'm gonna hope anyway that that's the only thing in there. Now I see something in here. Ah, there's our Jinjo. That's our exit, obviously. So Ikam Bokum in there, and just a gold feather. It looks like in there. But hey, we collected Sandy Butt's treasure. Alright. Go, and then we exit through that. Okay. So that's all well and done. We still haven't learned our ability for this level. Oh, fuck. Oh, get on the platform. There we go. Oh my, we are kind of really hurt right now. But anyway, since we're flying, I guess we may as well do these. Since they're here. And we can get our one honeycomb piece. I was smart about it this time and I actually looked up where the honeycomb pieces were beforehand, since they're the things that I always forget. Man, Kazooie does not look happy in that health bar. There's the honeycomb piece. This honeycomb piece is actually really fucking dangerous because, like, you have to fly through the center and you can very easily be hit by that thing. I don't know. Oh, I think I see it. Yeah, there it is. Man, I didn't realize that those hands coming out of the ground. Wow, those bees are not moving. I didn't realize those hands coming out of the ground actually fucking like shook the screen like that. Okay. I don't know if these are like in like a specific like path. Like obviously they're in a specific path, but like I feel like they're almost like they're laid out like a race would be, where like they very easily could have put a timer on this. I'm glad they didn't because, you know, as you know, I absolutely hate timers on stuff. I think that if you need to put a timer on it, you didn't do it right. Because, you know, if the challenge is you have to do it fast, yeah, so they made some promise or whatever. I honestly don't remember. I didn't read it. Not gonna lie. Oh right, we do have to. Okay, I forgot that we had to go and do that first. That's fine, because we can get the honeycomb over there. Oh, fuck! Make it. Oh, damn it! All right. So let's just do this. See if we can go. And now I don't remember if that makes the bees go away or not. Now that it's destroyed. I mean, they're clearly agitated. But if I go in there and they sting me, I'm fucked. So you know what? We'll go over here and do this first. This tree looks a bit thirsty, but he needs all the water he has. But if you make him spit into the tree's mouth, Trunker feels great. And ding. And then as you see, Gobi's wandering off again. Ugh, can't quite reach that, but that should be fine. Man, we still haven't got that. Yeah, there we go. It's not a very good tree, right? Like, it's surrounded by water. Oh, missed one. There we go. There we are. Now we got some health to play with. Alright. So. Done that. Should hitch a ride next again, because as you see, Gobi's up there now. Come on, carpet. Once again, we could very easily have just climbed. Yeah, God, don't jump. Just walk off. Just walk off. They made it come right up there so that you don't have to. And here's Gobi again. And if we're decide to be really big bullies, boop, we get our second honeycomb piece. That's it. I'm leaving this desert to find some peace and quiet. So yeah, now if you do that, once again, because it's a 64, I don't know, and an early 64, I don't know just how much they did with the game. But he will show up in a later level now. And I'm reasonably certain that if you don't do that here, he won't show up in that later level. I think. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm reasonably certain. Oh, there's our speedy shoes. Oh, right. Oh, fuck. You know what? We may need the... Oh. We may need the thing from Freezeezy Peak. They may have actually linked these two levels together after all. Man, that's really shitty of them, I'm not gonna lie. That is honestly super fucking shitty of them. That they put two levels where you need something from one to get the other. These are the running shoes. Peaky wears them on her scrawny feet. Yeah. Alright, Bobs. Oh yeah, also if you ever hurt, I forgot about that. That if you talk to Bottles, he can help you. So you see that there, that Jiggy, that was just there. You can't. Ow! You fucking scarab beetle. Really? You scarab beetle prick. So yeah, if you're ever hurt, you can always talk to Bottles. He will fully heal you. Okay, so that's actually the exit to this place. The entrance is at the top. But you more or less need the speedy shoes to do it. We're gonna climb up just to get the nodes. And because I don't remember where the speedy shoes are. Like, Bottles showed us them there, but I don't think that they're... Well, maybe they are there. I'll check in a second. The only reason I'm getting these here is because obviously I don't want to be going for... Oh, no, there they are. Is I don't want to be going for them while I'm trying to get up there, because that is another timer thing. Alright. So now the thing with the speedy shoes. Fucking hell. Oh, fuck. Aha! Grab has got a Jiggy. Ner. Haha, but I got it. So yeah, you need to get it before he closes his hand. And obviously you need the speedy shoes to do that. And as you saw, there was a bunch of notes in the sand here that we need the wading boots for. Because in 2E, the speedy shoes, I think, get an upgrade. I say I think because I'm not sure if it's something that you can do in this game. Because in 2E, the speedy shoes can let you run across the water. Like the surface of the water. But I don't think... Granted, there isn't all that much, like, actual dangerous, like, water in Banjo 2E, come to think of it. Like, I'm trying to think right now of, like, areas that have, like, water or, you know, like, sand or something that you can't get, or that you can't, like, get past without... But, I mean... I guess there's some. It's just, like... not nearly as much as, like, almost every one of these levels seems to have it. But yeah, just like the other ones, they give you 25 seconds, but then they waste 5 of your seconds. Fucking showing you what's open. You can also do that to save time, and it actually saves quite a bit of time. The only issue with it is if you fuck it up. Oh. With 0 seconds on the clock. Like, damn. Okay. Now there is... I don't remember if just grabbing the Jiggy does it. I'm gonna assume it does. Yeah. So that opens this, which drains all the water, which puts it out there, and fills that pit. So now we can also get the Jiggies that are down there. Because, I mean, I guess we could have got the wading boots and went for it, but I don't know if that was like actually something to do. 1, 2, 3. Fairly unnecessary, since that there isn't really a whole lot in here that we need, but I figured, what the hell, we can use the health, and then they're just a little less annoying. I also see that I apparently missed, I didn't remember that was up there. There's a Mumbo token up there. Obviously you can't get that unless you're swimming. They don't make it very obvious, that one, I'm not gonna lie. Thankfully you don't need all the Mumbo tokens. I don't remember how many extras there are. Like, I don't think that there's like a huge amount of extras, but I want to say there might be like 10 more than you actually need, which I guess is technically quite a few extra. I mean, okay, oh, there's our Jinjo Jiggy. Forgot that was the last one. I like the Jiggies that are like underwater or something, because like when you collect them, you just collect them, and you don't, and Banjo doesn't do his little dance. Okay, so we have 8 more notes to collect, it looks like, and then that should be it. So now I'm trying to think. Now, they could be in trees somewhere. There might be some trees somewhere that has them. Obviously, this one is feathers. We might actually just go and fly. Because now 8 will probably mean that I don't have 8 somewhere. I'll probably have 4 and 4 somewhere, you know. Ooh, what's over here? What is that platform? Oh, okay, that's where what's his face was. So let's view our totals, because we have 8 Jiggies to get. We have one Jiggy to get. We have 8 notes to get. I'm reasonably certain that we can only get the 8 notes and not the last Jiggy. I'm pretty sure that that Jiggy is currently out of our hands. Grab these. Almost ran right into them. Ooh, let's see if they work that way. Yeah, see, they don't work that way in this game. Up. Well, fuck you. Now I'm not gonna bother. Aw, you frickin' bitch. That's right, Scarab. Die. Alright, we're gonna go and take a fly around to see if we can spot it, because like we been in everywhere. The only place where they might be is in that maze, but I'm reasonably certain that there's no notes in there. The switch is in there, but I'm pretty sure that there's no notes. I'm not 100% on that, otherwise I wouldn't be thinking it at all. But I'm reasonably certain that there's no notes. And the last... Yeah, because we don't have our aerial attack. Yeah, so our notes are probably in this place, which we need the ability from Freeze Easy Peak to get. So, you know what we're going to do then, is we're actually going to go to Freeze Easy Peak right now. We're going to grab the ability and then immediately leave so that we can finish this level, because we finished a level in every video. We finished a level, so you know what, we're gonna quickly run over to Freeze Easy Peak. We'll grab the outside of the world Jiggy while we're doing it, since it's along the way. And I mean, to be fair, it's not like it really makes a difference. The only difference is doing, now obviously if you're on the original 64 version, you would 100% want to do, where is it right here? You'd 100% want to do Freeze Easy Peak first, just because it just because of the notes, because like I said, they didn't save your notes in the 64 version. So since we have 8 notes in there, presumably, it would be, you know, us leaving to go and get the ability would obviously cancel out those notes, and we would have to go and collect all 100 of them again. Whereas if you do Freeze Easy Peak first, the only thing that you can't get in here, and like literally the only thing that you can't get in here, yeah. So this is boggy. So you might think with that, it's like, hey, we just need to like ground pound his stomach. No, that's not correct at all, actually. That's fine. Throw your shit at us. I just need over here. Hello, Bottles. I needs an ability. Devastating Beak Bomb attack. So yeah, I didn't realize that. I mean, I looked up what the ability was. Well, no, I knew what the ability was in Gobi's Valley, and I knew what the ability was here. And like, I looked up where the honeycombs were, but I didn't think to look up. Oh, look at that. We've learned all the moves in the game now. Alright. So that's it. That is all the moves in the game. And they make the last 2 moves so that you can't complete either level without both of them, which is, like I said, really shitty, considering that every other level in the game, it makes it so that there's literally 1 level that you cannot complete on your first run through it. Which, like I said, is really shitty. But, I mean, I thought I was being smart. Oh wow, you don't even need to finish the level. Just as soon as you enter it, the enemies come out. But yeah, I thought I was being smart because I was like, I'll do Gobi's Valley first because I know that you can't complete Freeze Easy Peak without Gobi's ability. But then the game was like, haha, you can't complete Gobi's without Freeze Easy Peaks either. It's like, you sons of bitches. Oh, books, right? Boots are here, yeah. So yeah, that is, it's really shitty, but it's also like insanely weird. Because like I said, like, Mario, obviously you can complete everything as you go to it, almost, in Mario 64, right? So, like, it's not uncommon, or so, like, you don't really think of it in Mario 64, right? Because, like, the very first level has the wing cap that you can't get until after you've done enough stuff to unlock it, right? So, like, when you come across something, it's like, oh, I'll have to come back and get this later. Like, is it the second world? No, I guess it's generally the third world, the one with the ship that you need to raise from the depths, right? The ghost ship and the eel and that. I think that's generally considered the third world, because the second one is Womp's Fortress or whatever. So, yeah, the ability we actually just learned was this. Boosh! Which just gives us an aerial attack. That's all it does. That they also give you an insane, like an absolutely insane amount of time to get in that door. Like, they give you 20 seconds for a door that you literally just need to drop out of the sky and walk into. But there is our notes. Gives us a 1-up, which I actually didn't realize. And then this guy is a snake charmer. Oh, whoops, that's wrong. But that's fine. Okay, well, I got 3 in there. Damn it. There we go. 5, apparently. 1,000 thanks, my friends. Histup will now help with your quest. So yeah, his name is Histup. And all he does is raise the snake, which gives us access to our final Jiggy. But hey, I managed to get into Freeze Easy and not pick up anything. So, I mean, we can actually start that fresh. Alright. So yeah, that's all in Gobi's Valley. You can do it before Freeze Easy. You can do it after Freeze Easy. I mean, you can only do it before Freeze Easy if you collected all the notes in the rest of the levels, because I think this is, well, this is our 4th level, right? 4th or 5th? Is it our 4th level? No, it's our 5th level, right? We did, We just did a video. Like, I literally just recorded a video, and I can't remember what it was. Anyway. Yeah, so, like, this is, like, your 5th level, or can be your 5th level. So unless you collected all 400 nodes in the previous 4 levels, obviously combined, you can't do this one first, but in reality, if you're on the 360, it doesn't really make a difference. Or on the Xbox, arcade, whatever, it doesn't really make a difference. The only time it will make a difference is if you're on like the original 64, in which case, yeah, do freeze easy first, because it saves every jiggy you make, but not all the nodes. And while you can't get all the jiggies in freeze easy without the ability from Gobi, you can get all the nodes. So yeah, that'll be it for this part. And I'll end it out here so that the snowman doesn't beat the shit out of me. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time for some Christmas cheer, I guess, which is a little odd.